Hello, this is problem 134 where we're looking to complete the square in order to rewrite the equation of a circle in graphing form. So notice, again, this is the general graphing form for a circle where you've got the center of the circle represented as your h, k. And the number that is, on the other side of the equal sign represents the square of the radius. For part 1, we're looking at the x squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 8y plus 11 equals 0. And the first thing that we really want to do is to think about, well, I've got to complete the square twice. For the x squared and the x tiles, they're the only ones that really fit with each other, along with the y squared and the y tiles that, again, they align with each other. And so what do I mean by that is that we are going to be completing the square twice. So again, we're going to think about rearranging the tiles because, again, the y tiles, they only align with the y dimensions, just like the x tile and the x squared tile are the only ones that their dimensions align. So when we're thinking about, again, completing the square here, and don't mind that I'm using a red y squared tile, we'll just kind of ignore that. I'm going to, again, only put the x tiles together. And likewise with the y tiles, I would do a similar type of configuration with the negative 8y tiles. So I've got some placeholders for how much I'm going to add to both sides of the equation in order to complete the square. And so, again, I'm going to think about how many I add to both sides, and I'm also going to complete the square by drawing a square. And again, this configuration is x squared, and we split the middle term in half to have those two x's and the two x's. And when I end up then thinking about that dimension of the square is x plus 2, and this side is also x plus 2, meaning I introduce 4 here in order to complete the square. And so 4 is added right there, and I must keep a balanced equation by adding 4 to the other side. I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing, but this time I'm going to do it for the y squared, and this other, completing the square, I'm going to represent still with an area model. I don't want to draw all those tiles. And I've got my y squared tile, and again, it's always going to be that you have to split the middle term in half, because that's the only way, if you split something in half, that you'll have equal amounts within each group. In this case, it is a negative 4y and a negative 4y. So these dimensions become y minus 4, and again, y minus 4. So how many I introduce to complete this square, because right now there are no unit tiles, is 16. And you must make sure that you add 16 to both sides of your equation, and now I can rewrite what I have left. I've got x plus 2 quantity squared. So again, x squared plus 4x plus 4 is the same thing as x plus 2 quantity squared. Notice there's a plus symbol in between here, and then a y minus 4 squared. And on the other side, I've got to add all of these up. This is, again, 20, take away 11, and 20, take away 11, is 9, a positive 9. So again, looking at my graphing form, which I've got written above, my center of my circle is located at negative 2, 4, and my radius, this is again the r squared. So technically r is plus or minus 3, but we toss out the negative 3 because it's a radius, and that's a length, and it's only going to be positive. So the negative 3 is an extraneous solution in the context of the problem.